Hello and welcome to our channel. In this video we are fixing the error where you can't see other computers on the network. Windows enables you to connect to other people's computer easily just by sharing the same network. Setting up this process is quite easy and you can easily share files across computers connected to the same network. However, the process sometimes simply fails to complete successfully and you are suddenly unable to see or connect to other computers on the same network. This error is present in all versions of the Windows operating system and it can be solved in a number of quite different ways. That is why it's important that you follow the rest of the video carefully in order to solve the problem. Our first solution is to restart your computer several times. Even though this one sounds like the basic IT suggestion, people have solved the problem this way but sometimes took more than one restart. Some of the parts in the chain which runs this process have gone corrupt and restarting the computer fixes this problem. So while your PC is running, just click on Start. You can right click on it and you can go to Shutdown or Sign Out and then just click on Restart button. Or you can click on your Start menu, go to Power option and just click on Shutdown. Once your PC has shut down completely, unplug the Ethernet cable from your PC if you are using it to connect to the internet and let the cable stay unplugged for at least a couple of minutes before plugging it back in. Meanwhile, restart your router and your modem by clicking the power buttons located on them before you plug the cable back into the computer. Now, turn the PC on normally by pressing the power button and see if the issue is resolved. The second solution that we have is to verify SMB 1.0/CIFS file sharing support is installed. In order for the process to succeed, there are several components that absolutely need to be installed properly on your computer. One of these components is definitely SMB 1.0 CIFS file sharing support, which is a built-in component that is turned on by default on some computers and disabled on others. You should definitely check if the process is enabled on your computer by following the instruction we are going to show now. On your keyboard, press Windows and R key. This will open Run dialog box. Type in Control Panel and then hit enter or click on OK. Now in the control panel, change the view from category to large icons. From here you can go to Programs and Features. Once you are here, click on Turn Windows Features on or off. In this list, find SMB 1.0 CIFS file sharing support. Like this should be checked if on your computer this one is not installed or not enabled. Just put a checkbox on it and click on OK. Once this is done, check if your issue is resolved. Third solution that we have is a workaround for Windows 10 users. Since a lot of useful features present in the older version of Windows have been dropped in some of the latest Windows 10 updates, Windows 10 users will never be able to use this feature the same again, meaning that the browsing functionality of networks cannot be fixed properly. Fortunately, this is a workaround suggested by some users who rely on making one computer on the network the master browser, which will actually solve the problem. So first step is you can check which computer is the master browser in command prompt. Search for command prompt in the start menu, or you can right click on the start menu and open command prompt admin. If not, just click on start menu, search for CMD, and when it's prompt, right-click on it and click on Run as Administrator. Click on Yes for the USE prompt, and here type NBTSTAT space -A, and then put a space, say computer name. Now you should repeat the same process for each computer on the network. The computer which is indeed the master browser will have the underscore msbrowse underscore value in the list which appears. In order to set which computer should be the master browser, you'll need to use the registry editor in order to change this. Before proceeding with the solution, it is recommended that you close all of your running programs, and it's advisable to create a backup of your registry just in case something goes terribly wrong while you edit it. So backup your registry before proceeding further. We have an article about how you can take a registry backup, and the link for that article is given in this video's description. So going forward, press Windows and R key, and in the run command type regedit. Click on Yes for the USE prompt. You have to go H key local machine, system, current control set, services. In services, go to browser. In the browser, go to parameters. In the parameters, there's a value which is maintain server list. Right click on it and click on modify. Now you need to change this value from auto to yes, and then click on OK. And then locate the is domain master value and change its value to true in the same manner. If this key is not available in this location, right click anywhere and then select new. Click on string value and name it is domain master. Once you create it, just right click on it again and click on modify and set the value to true. Once you are done with this, just restart your computer, and if you don't want any other computer to take the master browser role, you can change the maintain server list value to no, which we just changed to yes. So restart your computer and see if the problem is resolved. Our fourth solution is to disable the Internet Protocol version 6 on your PC. This Windows network error sometimes occurs if you have enabled IPv6 and you don't have a local gateway that is needed to connect. There are several users who were able to solve the problem by disabling IPv6, whereas it didn't work for others. Your safest bet is to try and see if it is working for yourself. Open the Run dialog by pressing Windows and R key and type ncpa.cpl. Right-click on your network connection and click on Properties. From here, you can just disable the IPv6 by unchecking this checkbox and clicking on OK. Now that you have made these changes, restart your computer in order to confirm the changes and check to see if the error appears again. Alright, the next solution, which is solution 5, is to disable any VPN connection that you may have running. This is a vital step since some users have reported that certain Windows updates have initialized a VPN connection which prevents home group from starting properly. VPN is always a big no if you want to have working local connections. Now follow the instructions that we're going to show now in order to turn off Windows VPN. Open the Settings app by clicking Start Menu button and clicking the gear icon at the lower left part of the Start menu. Click on Network and Internet section and switch to VPN. Locate the VPN connection that you have running. Click on it and click on Remove button. Accept any dialog options Windows may throw at you and restart your computer in order to apply the changes. Now check to see if you are now able to see and connect to other computers in the network. Our sixth solution is to restart a certain service. There's a service called Function Discovery Provider Host which is vital to the process, and some users have reported that tweaking this service has helped them connect to the home group again and see other computers on the network. If you are using a version of Windows older than Windows 10, the easiest way for you to access the services running on your PC is by clicking on the Start button and navigating to Run dialog box. So let's press Windows and R key and type services.msc and hit enter. After you have opened the services window, locate the Function Discovery Provider host. Now right-click on this service and click on Properties. See the startup type and set it to automatic. While you do this change, make sure this service is running or started. The status can be seen in here, or you can see the status here. So it should be running or started while you are changing this startup type. The startup type should be automatic. If the status says stop, you'll have to click the start button located in the properties window before proceeding. Either you can right click on the service and click on start, or from the properties window you can click on start button. Next, on the recovery tab, locate the first failure option and choose to restart service. This option makes sure that the service will restart automatically if it fails. Do the same for the second failure and subsequent failures attempt. The service should start now and you won't have any problems dealing with it in the future. However, you may receive the following error message when you click on start, and the error message would state Windows could not start the Function Discovery Provider host service on local computer. Error 1079. The account specified for this service differs from the account specified for other services running in the same process. If this occurs, you can follow these steps to fix it. Now, you have to reach till this services window, navigate to Logon tab of this particular service, and click on the Browse button. Under the Enter the Object Name to Select box, type in your computer's name and click on OK. Check names and wait for the name to become authenticated. Once you have provided your computer name here and have resolved, click on OK. Once you are done, type in the administrator password in the password box when you are prompted with it. Click OK to close this window and navigate back to Function Discovery Provider Host Properties and click on Start, or just right click on the service to start it. Close everything and check to see if you are able to establish a proper connection to the internet. Our seventh solution is to network reset. The simple method work for few users is to reset your network. This method simply resets your network settings and you may need to tweak other things you have changed in the meantime. Open the Settings app by clicking on Start menu button and clicking on Gear icon. Click on Network and Internet section in the Settings window and switch to Status section. So you'll see a similar window when you see the status. On the Status option, you will see Network Reset option at the end of the page. Click on it and accept any dialogues that appear, and then restart your computer and check to see if the problem has been resolved. Open the File Explorer and navigate to Network. Once you are here, click on the banner shown above and then click on Turn on Network Discovery and File Sharing. The next solution that we have is to reinstall drivers and few of the command prompt tweaks. There are quite a few other things you can try to solve your problem. Reinstalling the drivers related to networking should solve the problem along with certain command prompt tweaks which are quite easy to run and to maintain. Type Device Manager into the search field to open Device Manager control. Open Device Manager. In your network adapters, right-click on your network adapter and just click on Uninstall Device. Once you click on Uninstall, you will be prompted. Just click on OK when it asks you to uninstall the device. This will remove the adapter from the list and uninstall the driver. Make sure that you repeat the process for all the network drivers you find. They should all be listed under Network Adapter section. Now, search for the command prompt and then right-click on it and click on Run as Administrator. Click Yes for the UAC prompt. Now, you need to run these commandlets in sequence. First is ipconfig space / flush DNS. Next is ipconfig space / register DNS IP register DNS. Next is ipconfig space / release. Then ipconfig space / renew. Next is netsh space int space IP space reset. Next is netsh with sock space reset. Restart your computer and Windows should reinstall the drivers automatically. Click to check to see if the problem has gone. The next solution is to enable the guest account on your PC. It's a weird trick that worked for several users who had the guest account on their PC disabled for some reason. Open the registry editor by pressing Windows and R key, type regedit. Click on Yes for the UAC prompt. Let me close all these. Now we need to go H key local machine, then system, current control set, services, LANman server, infect LANman workstation, and then parameters. Once you are here, you need to change the allow insecure guest authentication value and provide its values to 1. Alright, now restart your computer and see if it works for you. The next solution that we have is a control panel tweak. On your keyboard, press Windows and R key, type control panel, now let's change it to the view. Let's change the control panel view to category. From here, click on view network status and task under Network and Internet section. Now here click on Advanced Sharing Setting. Look for the Turn on Automatic Setup of Network Connected Devices and uncheck the box next to it. Then restart your computer and see if you are able to see other computers on your network. The 11th solution that we have is to allowing through firewall. In some cases, some features of the operating system might be getting blocked by your computer's firewall, due to which this issue is being triggered. If the firewall blocks your computer from being able to properly connect to the network, the issue arises where you are unable to see the other computers on the network. Therefore, in this step, we'll be allowing this feature through firewall. So let's press Windows and R key, type Control Panel. In the View section, click on Large Icons and then open Windows Firewall. Now click on Allow an app or feature through Windows Firewall. Click on Change Settings. From here, locate the file and printer sharing over SMB Direct and allow it for private and public both. Save your changes and try to check if you can see the other networks on the computer. The next solution that we have is to start a service. In some cases, it might be possible that the computer browser service on your computer might be configured in such a way that it may either be disabled or it might be configured to be started manually. Therefore, in this step, we'll be allowing the service to start up automatically on its own. Press Windows and R key, type services.msc. In the Service Management Console, scroll down and click on Computer Browser. Double-click on this service and choose the startup type as automatic. After that, start the service and wait for Windows to start the service on your computer. Save your changes and check to see if doing so fix the issue. The next solution is to diagnose network problems. It is possible that your computer network configurations might not be properly set up, due to which this issue is being triggered. Therefore, we'll be using command prompt to identify if a network issue exists on your computer, and then we will solve it by running the troubleshooter. Get on the computer you want to connect to and press Windows and R key. Type CMD and hit enter. In the command prompt, type the following command and press enter to display the IP information on the computer. Let's say ipconfig. Once you have acquired the IP address of this computer, which is 172.168.477, you can come back to your Now, once you have acquired the IP address of the computer that you are trying to connect to, you can come back to your own computer for further testing. Now, on your computer, open the command prompt again and press and type in ping. Let me open another command prompt window. So from your computer, let me bring the window here. Type ping and the IP address of the computer which you are trying to connect, which is 172.168.84.77. Wait for the command prompt to finish the pinging of the IP address and note down the results. If the ping is successful, it means that the IP address is accessible. After this, if the ping is unsuccessful, we have to run the network troubleshooter. Now press Windows I to launch settings. Click on Update and Security, and then click on Troubleshoot. So let me open another settings and click on Update and Security, and from here we can click on Troubleshoot. Click on the internet connections from here and then click on Run the Troubleshooter. Follow the on-screen instructions to fully run the troubleshooter and check to see if you're able to see other computers on the network. Now we have another solution, which is to change router and DNS settings. It is possible that you might not have configured your DNS settings properly, and if you have made a manual change to the DNS server that the computer is using for your internet connections, the error can be triggered if they do not match up with the DNS servers that the other computer on the network is using. Also, some routers contain a wireless isolation feature that prevents other computers connected to the same internet from being able to connect or see your computer. Therefore, in this step we'll first be changing the DNS settings, and then we will reconfigure these router settings to allow for optimal connectivity. For that, press Windows and R key, type Control Panel and hit Enter. Now change the view by option to small icons, and then go to Network and Sharing Center. So let's find that. Okay, Network and Sharing Center, and from here click on Change Adapter Settings. Select your specific connection. It can be local area or wireless connection. Right click on it and click on Properties. Now click on Internet Protocol version 4 and then click on Properties again. Now inside the properties, the obtained DNS server address automatically shouldn't be checked if you have changed this setting before. Make sure to check this option for both the IP address and DNS server so that your computer uses automatic DNS detection. Now that we have enabled automatic detection for DNS, we will have to change the router settings for that. So launch your browser and type in the IP address in your address bar. In order to find the IP address, press Windows and R key, type CMD and press Ctrl Shift Enter. Now type ipconfig/all, and here you will get your default gateway. So here is the default gateway. Now enter this IP address in your browser. This should open up your router's administration page. Use your credentials. Normally the default username and password is admin and admin. You can find your specific router's configuration or router's credentials on the box, or you can search online for the default password. If you have changed the password, then use that password to log into your router's page. Once you are in the administration panel of your router, look for client isolation, AP isolation, or a Wi-Fi isolation settings. Once you find it, uncheck or disable the setting and save your changes. Now check to see if you're able to see other computers on your network after disabling this setting. The next option that we have is to change network profile. It is possible that in some cases you might not have selected the proper network profile, which allows the sharing of printer and files on a network, and due to this you are unable to see other computers on your network. Therefore, in this step, we'll be changing the network profile and then we'll check if doing so fixes the issue on your computer. Now press Windows and I and go to Network and Internet. In the Network and Internet option, click the status button from the left side and then select Change Connection Properties. So let me bring up the page Network and Internet and then click on Status and then here click on Change Connection Properties. Once you click that, from here you can check the private profile to communicate to the computer that you trust the network that you're connected to, and other computers on the network should be able to see and communicate with your computer. After putting it to private, see if the issue persists after doing this too. The next solution that we have is to reconfigure sharing services. It is possible that your computer might have automatically configured some services to be disabled at startup, and due to this your network discovery function on the computer might not work properly. Therefore, in this step we'll be reconfiguring these services from the services management window and then we'll check if doing so fixes this issue. Press Windows and R key and type in services.msc. Now scroll through the list and one by one double click the services and perform the steps we are going to show you now. So first thing first, let's find function discovery provider host. Here's a service. Open properties. Change the startup type to automatic delayed start and click on apply. Then function discovery resource publication. Open properties and put it to automatic delayed start. Then SSDP discovery, right click properties, startup type to automatic delayed start, apply, OK. UPnP device host properties and then automatic delayed start, and also don't forget to start the service. Then workstation, open properties, put it to automatic delayed start, apply, and also click on start if the service is not yet started. After doing all these changes, check to see if doing so fixes the issue. Our next solution is to execute few commandlets and see if that can help us. It is possible that in some cases the network discovery feature might not be enabled on your computer even after being enabled from the settings. Therefore, in this step we'll be running a command inside an elevated command prompt and then we will check if doing so fixes the issue with our computer. Press Windows and R key, type CMD and hit Ctrl Shift Enter. Now type in the following commandlet and hit enter. The command is netsh space adv, which is advanced firewall space firewall space set space rule space group is equals to network space discovery space new space enable equals yes, and hit enter. If you get this, you have to open an elevated command prompt. Let me copy this commandlet from this window and simply paste it here and hit enter. Close out the command prompt and check to see if the issue still persists. The next thing is to change master browser. It is possible that your computer might not be set to be master browser on the computer, due to which this issue is being triggered for you. Therefore, in this step we'll be changing some registry configurations and then we'll check to see if doing so fixes the issue on your computer. Press Windows and R, type regedit, click yes on UAC prompt, navigate to HKey local computer, system, current control set, services, browser, parameters. In here, double click on maintain server list and put it to yes. Right click and create a new string value. Name it is domain master and provide its value to true. Close registry editor and see if this resolves the problem. The next solution is to change adapter configuration. It is possible that in some cases the adapter might not be properly configured, due to which this error is being triggered on your computer. Therefore, in this step we'll be changing some adapter configuration to allow computer to be able to see other computers on the network. So press Windows and R key, type ncpa.cpl, right click on your Ethernet or Wi-Fi connection and click on properties. From here, enable the link layer topology discovery mapper and link layer topology discovery responder. Click on both and click on install for both drivers. Once this is done, check to see if the problem is resolved. I hope this video will be helpful for you. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe our channel.